And we are going to try this again. Take two. We are back. We are back from Italy, Judy and I.
We did not go to Italy.
Nope. Lola,
Yeah.
Lola came for extended stay. I had custody. My
Yes.
joint custody.
Mm-hmm.
I might take
Everyone
you to court
has
over
joint
her.
custody.
You don't
Yeah.
need to spend money on a lawyer. I will just let you
I
have
don't want her. Don't want her. She shit in my house 4 times.
Well, you know, she was.
Spiteful.
She was going through anxiety, and that's the way it
She
comes
usually
out.
gives you about 3 days, and then she's like, enough of this shit. Where is she?
Where is she?
And
Yeah,
then she
I know.
starts to
She's
get
got some more.
spiteful.
Did we mention our sponsor? Speaking of Italy,
We did not. But I will mention our sponsor
Judy's the
right now.
sponsor police.
Right.
Well, it's good to be the
Okay.
sponsor police because
We're going there
Guilted Into It is brought to you by Marconi's Pizza and Pasta. And there's a good chance that we are only on. Oh, no, we're still live.
There
So
it is.
it's brought to you by Marconi's Pizza and Pasta. They are in Bayshore on the corner of 5th Avenue and Howells Road. And we're going there this Sunday.
yes,
Yes.
we are.
So we are
We'll be
going
there.
to be enjoying a lovely meal at Marconi's. So please visit them. They are wonderful. So we did. We got back from Italy.
How was it?
Um, Well, I
You don't want to
heard.
know. You don't really want to hear from me how it was.
No, we don't, because I heard the little bit that you were telling her.
Who?
Her.
Yeah.
Me.
You called it a bomb site.
It was. It looked like Italy
was
after
historical.
the war. Oh,
was
it was
historical.
not.
Okay, so
Bomb site.
first of all,
It was.
Because she remembers World War II.
We were-
I
vividly.
do want to say there was one picture that you put up, you guys at the beach, and I thought it looks like you're at Venetian in Windhurst.
Yeah, it was awful. It was
That was
ugly.
not a pretty beach.
It was-
No offense.
No, it wasn't.
It just wasn't. It wasn't a pretty beach.
No, it wasn't.
it was
at all.
not. So where we were, and I just want to go on record as saying I had absolutely zero to do with picking the location.
Which was the problem.
No, it was my fault, and we should have done
Again.
our research.
Yes.
We should have.
Again, it was your fault.
Well, it's always my fault.
Um,
Take the blame.
But
Because she Googled 1940s bomb shelter.
In the heart of Sicily, which is not
like,
part
"Ooh,
of
this
Italy.
one
I
has a
remember
pool."
from the show when I was watching.
no, it is a part.
The pool at your villa was actually the remnants of a bombing.
No, the pool at the villa was probably the most beautiful. Well, the villa was.
The
Hold
villa
on.
was traditional old world Italian.
Which
so
is where we were.
yes, and I mean the villa.
And you were with the old world Italians.
I was with the old world Italians. Oh, was I ever? I just don't even know where to start. So let's start with this. We were in the country.
Oh, we were
Like,
up in the mountains.
We were in the mountains. We were not near anything
no.
touristy. We were with the people.
There weren't even any people
Well,
around.
but
It
when
was
we
desolate.
were
It was-
there-
it was
When there were people, they were the people.
yeah.
And thank God that Otto speaks Italian, because I really don't know what would have happened.
Especially when we're on the highway and we get stopped by the police
Yes,
with rifles.
we did.
Long, big, automatic rifles.
We did get stopped by the police. We don't know why. We
It
think they
doesn't
were
matter.
just stopping.
It didn't matter.
They
we were-
didn't tell you?
Well, no, we were on our way to the beach, and Otto's driving, and I'm in the front seat, and I'm navigating, and Beth and Grandma are in the back
What
seat.
was this? Was this a compass? You
I
were
was.
just
I
using?
had the phone, and I was navigating, and
It was a trip.
all
from
of a
home.
sudden, the
Teabag your whole time.
we see the police, and he's got this
Maybe a
tiny.
fragile egg?
He's got this tiny, like, remember the little people playhouses when your kids were little?
Yeah.
He had like a tiny little stop sign, a little red reflector. It looked like a stop sign, and he just went like this. And apparently, you're supposed to know that means.
We thought he
Pull
was
over.
guiding us around a big puddle.
Yeah, there was a huge puddle. We didn't know if there was a pothole, but no,
But he was being
pull over.
courteous.
And then this police officer, who couldn't be more than 25, 26,
Oh, if that.
is standing on my side, stone face, not a smile, with a giant rifle, finger on the trigger,
Oh.
ready to go.
Did you ask for his phone number? Hey, good looking. What you got cooking?
No, that was in the winery. That happened in the
Well,
winery.
don't get ahead of us.
No, I'm not, but she knows. Yeah.
So, can anybody pull this up on their phone? I can't. I want to
I'm
make
okay.
sure. Are we on? Are we on?
It says
Is this
live.
thing on?
Right?
It's just
Yeah, there's 4 people watching.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we
I'm trying to
Yeah,
pull it
it's
up on our
just-
page.
There's people watching. Facebook's not working. I can rebroadcast it after.
Okay.
Just go through with it.
All right, you got it. No
How could people
problem.
be
And
watching
I
it?
just posted the YouTube link on your timeline, Roseanne, if you want it. Whatever.
Oh, thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Okay.
So
Anyway.
we are having some technical difficulties with Facebook, not with us.
No one cares about this, so let's
And
talk
so
about your story.
I'm just going to share it right now. I'm sharing this link.
Okay. No
to
one will see that,
YouTube.
obviously, 'cause we-
But anyway,
Okay.
what was I
No one's
saying?
gonna see that.
So the police pull us
Please.
over. They look at Otto's license, and that they on your way.
Oh,
On your way.
thank God you
Does
had
he have
him.
an Italian license?
No,
Oh,
but I was now trying to call
that was a stupid question.
our cousin John to let him know because they weren't behind us. They hadn't left yet, and I'm like, I just want to let them know because could you just see Joanne with no prior warning, and he's getting pulled over.
God damn it, Johnny!
This would have happened to Jason.
Because Jason was a cop.
Right?
So
Bazinga.
so I call, but I'm trying to dial the phone, and I'm like, my hands are shaking because I
What did you
just.
think he was gonna
why?
do? Blow your friggin' brains out?
Well,
I don't know.
don't
We're in
know.
another country. Who knows if we did something wrong?
And what did you say to him?
accusatory
I said
manner.
not
I'll
a
have
word.
The galamad.
No,
That's what you
I
probably
sat.
said.
I looked straight ahead. I didn't say a word. Not a word.
Wow.
And
And
that
I
was.
had-
Did you do this? While you were sitting there?
I didn't have to. Those babies were out and proud, all on
You
their
should have
own.
just been like,
Well, I didn't have to. I'm telling you. My beach cover up went like this, and my bathing suit went
Yeah,
like this.
yeah.
So
he had sunglasses on?
he probably
He
was,
was
looking at him,
looking.
and then
He
looked at his
was
partner
looking.
and was
That's why he
like,
was very stern. Yeah.
He was looking. He's like, she's
Yeah.
good. I see the mole. She's out. He was definitely looking.
See the mole.
So that was on our way to the beach, which
Oh, God.
the beach was not terrible.
Yeah.
It was a beach.
No, I know. It looked like a little, like, Venetians, like a dirty beach.
Yeah.
It wasn't a
It wasn't
dirty
like
beach.
sand
Dirt
beach.
beach.
Yes.
No, it was
No.
sand.
Yeah,
But like
sand.
dirty sand.
Yeah. Ugh.
No.
Yeah, I didn't even take my shoes off.
Italy's disgusting.
Shocking.
It was disgusting.
Well, listen, there's crappy parts of everywhere that
Yeah.
you're going to go.
And we were in the crappy part of Long Island.
Meanwhile, it was like the mastic of Italy.
What?
I don't know that we want to throw out towns. I mean, we're not really that popular yet.
Oh, come on. We make jokes all the
People
There,
time.
of Mastic
there goes
are
our
lovely.
mastic
There-
viewership.
oh, they just hung up.
Yep.
That's
all
So-
of
Goodbye.
them. All one
But
half of them.
anyway, so the beach was nice actually. It had beachside. They brought you your drinks to the beach. They had a place you could
Who's
eat lunch.
they?
The people who worked there.
So it wasn't just an abandoned area
No,
of
no,
sand.
no,
It was
no,
an
there was-
actual, like, setup
We
of a
walked
beach.
down the boardwalk thing. They
So
had
you weren't
little.
laying on a minefield?
No, I was
Yeah, we
not.
could've
I was
been.
not. And I
We could've
swam.
been.
I swam in the Mediterranean, and it was
And by
the
swam,
delight.
you probably went in up to your hips because we all know you can't swim.
No, I did go in all the way.
No.
I can
she's
swim.
Grandma
not-
can't swim.
She's not a good swimmer. We went snorkeling once in Key West, and she had a life jacket on and a snorkel, and she's like, "I can't breathe. I'm gonna drown." And I had to drag her back to the boat with a life jacket on and a snorkel.
It's
There
a
were waves.
No, I have to.
And the
agree.
waves were going up into the snorkel, and then I was
I've been
joking.
snorkeling, and unless you're like, you have to like literally talk to yourself and be like, calm down, breathe normal
also-
through your mouth, and you'll be fine.
But you also can go like this,
And there also
and then you're fine.
there also shouldn't be waves splashing water into the snorkel as
That's
I've
the
got my
problem.
face in the water and I'm trying to breathe.
I got you.
So
But you could
Well, we
just
didn't
look up,
snorkel.
and then you can breathe.
we didn't snorkel. We didn't really do much of anything.
No.
That's nice.
But we did see some cute towns. We did. We had some
Yeah,
good.
they were. Yeah,
And
the towns. were
and I
okay.
did have a breakthrough. There was a cat.
Oh yeah,
There
Yes,
was a
because
little.
where they were. There was multiple stray animals.
There she is.
there was.
Little Penne.
Aw.
Yeah,
She
that
was
the
just.
first night. She didn't come near us.
Nope, she was just a
I
baby
just put
kitten.
some milk out for her.
And every time we would walk out, she'd go, and hiss at us.
Friendly.
And I was like, cut it out. And very slowly, fed her some cheese. I toss it. She'd come. I toss it a little closer. She'd come a little closer. I toss it a little closer. Then she was taking it out of my hand. Before you know it, I'm at the local Lidl. Yes,
yeah.
I went to Lidl like 4 times while I was in Sicily.
Are you
And
sure you were in Sicily and the
I'm
plane
not-
didn't circle for a while and dropped you off in like Central Iceland?
I'm not sure. But I...
They landed in my
You
car and were like,
actually
yeah,
were
you're
in
here.
Mastic,
Right.
I think.
Right.
Were you guys actually in Mastic?
Welcome
So-
to Sicily. You guys were in fucking Long Island the whole time.
So anyway, I go to the local Lidl and I get
Lidl.
cat food and cat treats. And I'm like, this is ridiculous. And now I'm feeding her. Now she's coming in the morning for her breakfast, in the evening for her dinner.
Yeah.
And I'm like, son of a gun, I'm getting this cat on my lap before we leave.
Thinking what I'm thinking.
And look, look.
Are you thinking what I'm thinking?
There it is.
What?
Who the fuck's taking care of poor Penne now?
Nobody's taking care of Penne now,
Penne
but
got
look,
used to being domesticated.
look
and
how
Penne's
cute
gonna
she
die.
was.
You just
was.
unhomed her.
No,
Yeah.
actually, I was
You killed
concerned.
Penny.
No, I didn't. No, I didn't. I was concerned about that. And the local cat expert that we were with, Beth,
Oh.
said they will revert back to their natural instincts.
Oh.
Don't worry.
I know.
Or
but we didn't want
tonight,
that.
guess what's for dinner in her house? Penne.
I don't think we should make jokes about eating animals in the current.
Yeah.
Well,
In the current-
that's not really happening, don't you know?
That's
It's fake.
true.
It's
It's all
false
fake.
news.
Fake news.
But it's
Fake
funny.
news.
It's
Fake
funny
news.
with the
They'll
dogs.
revert back to their natural.
Habits.
They'll
Predatory.
go back to starving, basically.
No,
what that
predatory.
means.
They'll be killing things. They'll be doing, they kill birds, whatever they can.
But
Geckos.
so basically, Penne was on vacation as well.
Yeah.
Oh, she had the best week of her
Oh,
life.
yeah,
I
she's
guess
like-
everyone deserves a vacation.
She had the best week of her
but
life.
It was so hard to leave her with
It
that
was.
image in your head.
Well,
of
you should
that
have
little-
slapped her in a bag and put her on a plane. I
That's
don't know what
what
to
I
tell
I
you.
thought about it, but we didn't have time by the time it happened to get her to a vet to get her shot, so they wouldn't have let her in the country.
You
Not
never-
even
Why?
cats can get in the country
You couldn't
easily.
have skipped one winery to get the cat a shot so
Right.
it had a life.
We only went to one winery, which was
I don't-
depressing.
The winery or the cat?
No, the fact that she only went to one winery.
Oh, God.
But I
She
did.
she
but
told
you-
me, she called me on the phone one day. She goes, oh my God, we went to Lidl or whatever it is. We got $4 wine and she says, it's delicious. I said, you're probably drinking the swill that they cook with over there.
It was good.
I
The
mean,
wine. No, at the winery, we bought a box of wine, right?
What?
Yes, a box of
Boxed
wine. $10, €10.
Wow. Was it
The-
barefoot?
The bottles, no, the bottles of wine that they make, €5, because they're making it there.
Right.
But we did. Give me that one.
Sure what they
We
do.
did drink a lot of the Nero, not this particular brand, but this type, the Nero Divola.
Oh, we had room for
Oh,
the wine
yeah.
in the suitcase.
No,
but
no,
not
no,
for
no,
Penne.
no. I bought
bring
this
it.
at the liquor store.
I didn't bring
They
you wine.
didn't have this
You didn't
there.
bring me back any wine, by the way.
I
Which
didn't
is
bring back
interesting.
any wine.
Wow.
Whoa. The restraint.
Well,
That
not the
reminds
restraint.
me
I had a carry
You
on.
know what this reminds me of on Seinfeld? Crazy Joe Davola.
He's
Nope.
dead. Crazy Joe Davola
Dad's
died.
dead.
Yeah, I think I remember
All right.
that.
Wow.
He
I don't
died.
even know who
To
that is.
Crazy Joe Davola.
Rest in peace.
From
Rip.
Seinfeld. Oh, yeah.
We're also using solo cups tonight.
Yes, because Judy dropped the ball again
I did it on purpose.
She
and
was
didn't
distracted.
bring the cups that she
She was
bought.
distracted by her daughter.
She's elderly.
So
Don't worry.
You wouldn't say that if you could see me running through that airport. That was another thing.
yes,
Come on, stick up for me.
Well-
I think that you are very spry.
you
Oh,
are.
You have no idea.
But I did think she was going down a couple of times because she was huffing and puffing.
You
like,
just should have slung her on your back. I'm sure Nancy would have loved that.
I tried to. I took her bag.
Nancy would have been like, "Wow, look at those biceps."
Meanwhile, Joanne's doing nothing but complaining. She's getting wheelchair service
Yeah,
right to the gate. She
yeah.
didn't have to.
You should have sat
walk
on her
once.
lap.
You should have.
You're
You should have.
My
No.
back, my back.
You know what we got to get
My
you? You ever see
knees.
the people on those, on the on that is like a scooter? And you
Oh
sit on
yeah,
the luggage and
scooter
it's like,
luggage.
You should have scooter.
That would
luggage.
be hilarious.
Let me tell you. You try running that mile through those.
It was-
I'd be
it
on a
was-
scooter luggage.
It was long.
Why not be on scooter luggage?
Never mind that. They should have had golf
They should have,
carts
you're
there
right.
to meet us.
Well,
they should have. They
because-
knew it
yeah.
was going to be late.
Mm.
But it was
God.
it was an
a nightmare.
interesting. It was an
Nightmare.
interesting.
The best part of that
Vacation.
flight home, from Palermo to Rome, a couple of rows up from me, was this adorable big dog sitting in the seat like a true traveler.
I was really hoping that they were going to have a seat next to Joanne.
Yeah.
You're allowed to get your dog a seat like that?
Well,
He was a
Yes, if you wanna pay
service
for it.
dog.
and as he's
and you
running
can
down
pay
the-
for a seat
wait,
for a
as
dog.
he's running down the jetway, your mother's
Oh my
going,
God, he's running down the
I'm a
jetway.
happy dog.
You ever see that thing
I'm
on
a hap-
TikTok?
hap-
Happy dog. I'm a happy dog. And he's bouncing like this, going down the jetway, and I was like, oh,
We were talking about you while you were gone. We were talking
shocking.
We were
me
talking
my
about
hat.
how you leave Lola, and she was like, she's got to bring her every now and then. I said, could you imagine Lola on an airplane if your mom sat next to a stranger? She'd have ugly face the whole time. She'd be like,
ugly
I
face.
think
She'd
you
be
should
like,
bring her
"Wait a
on
minute."
sometimes. I think she would
And
be a
this
good
is
flyer.
this is what I bought. In Italy.
Howdy.
Very cute. I think it's cute.
I hate it.
You look
I
like
hate
one
it.
of those porcelain
I knew she was
dolls.
gonna hate it. Here, Otto, give it to me. I'm gonna put it on.
Mom,
Oh, yes,
stop
well, you'll
wasting
look
my inheritance
so
on hats.
Give me that hat.
She looks like
Oh,
a
yeah.
porcelain doll in it.
No, because now I'm just doing it on spite.
And now she's gonna be like, look how good I look in hats.
Did you hear me?
Oh, it's a tight.
Oh,
you
that's
have
a
a
tight
little
fit.
head.
Is this a baby
Is this a
hat?
kid's hat?
That's a
No, I
children's
was-
hat.
I think
That
it's
is a children's hat.
It is.
This is for children.
That is
It
for
will fit
little
me-
girls
It'll fit me perfectly
In
because
the
I have
age
a very
of 12.
small head.
You do have a
Yours
small
is
head.
even
Yes,
smaller than
see?
me.
I don't think this hat would look good on anybody, by the way.
You can have it.
I
You
don't
look
think that
adorable.
looks good on me. Let's round
You
it
look
out,
very
shall we?
cute in it. Amy looks good in hats too, but
Wow,
not like
this-
that.
it
I look
fit
like
you,
a
too.
sheriff. Oh, wait, hold on. It's not on right.
I know.
Wait a minute.
Sakes.
You got.
It is tight, though. Jesus
No, but-
Christ.
I think it looks the best on her.
I could barely get it on my head. I didn't think I had such a
Well,
fat
I
head.
guess-
Well,
we know who has
yeah,
the fat
you
head in
had
the
a fat
family.
head at birth. Believe me.
How would you know? You were
You were
asleep.
asleep.
Because I had a episiotomy.
All right. TMI.
Too much information
TMI.
right there.
We don't need to know
Don't need to
about.
know
Kept me
about
in the
your
hospital.
We don't
episiotomy
know.
right now.
Need to
No
know
one
about
needs
your
to know about the
episiotomy.
crotch cut.
Kept me in the hospital for a week.
Oh my
Listen,
god.
So there.
Hey,
I can't.
listen. Look me in the eyes. Stop spending my inheritance on hats. Okay?
They're going in
You
the
don't
rag
pick out
bag.
good ones.
None of them look good on me. I look like an ass. half the
But
time.
yet
I
you
do.
keep buying them.
Actually,
Because it's for the sun.
I was
to
gonna
keep
say, I
it
think
out
you
of
look
my-
the best in
I
that
think
hat.
this has improved my look for the evening exponentially.
I agree.
I think you look adorable.
I'm
in
gonna
it.
leave it on.
All right, leave it on.
I
Leave
think
it
you
on.
should leave it on.
So, we were talking about Otto. Otto just walked in, so we were giving. I was singing your praises, Otto.
He's not even listening.
not listening.
He's not listening.
He doesn't care about this.
I'm sorry.
I said I was singing your praises about how thank goodness you speak Italian, and how calm you were when we got pulled over by the
Come here
police.
for a minute.
And thank
let them
goodness you're the
interview
most
you.
patient
Yeah, you
man
come in.
ever to walk across this earth.
This is my
And-
right place.
To be honest, Otto, come on in. Nobody could see you. You weren't on camera yet.
Here he is.
To be honest,
Where am I? Oh, there I am.
I can't believe you didn't break up with Judy after that trip.
You deserve a medal.
Now Judy is holding one of those big Italian
That's
guns
because I
outside the frame right now.
That's because I read that book.
Oh, how to deal with toxic people. Fantastic. So, Otto, what was the highlight of the trip for you besides coming home?
Oh, look at my
'Cause
zipper's
that's-
open. though.
What do you say?
Otto's
Zipper's open. This is about to be X-rated. Guilted into it.
his
Guilted into it
his
after dark.
Bourgeois almost made an appearance. Thank God. I don't want to know what you were doing before
What
you
was
got
the
here.
question? What was the question?
I said, what was the highlight of the trip for you besides coming home? Because if
said
you,
that.
I didn't ask him.
the
We're
highlight of the
speaking
trip.
to Otto now, Judy.
The highlight of the trip, I think it was very adventurous being among all you guys.
Wasn't it?
Yes.
That's like when
so
someone
You
tells
guys
you your
were-
child
you-
is spirited.
You guys were wild.
Not
Well,
a
wait.
compliment.
What does that mean exactly? Because I think that the younger faction of the trip was very well behaved.
No, it was. Where am I? Oh, there I am.
There you are.
I thought
I
the
was-
highlight of the trip for you was driving like through the jungles of Vietnam.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
When we went to the winery,
We were on this
we were
dirt
on a
road.
dirt road. I said, "Where the hell am I? Where am I going?"
And I'm telling you, like, tree branches were hitting the car. A big semi turns the corner. We almost
Yeah, but
bought
I
it.
want to know
I
how did GPS figure out a dirt road to get to the winery?
I don't know. But we're driving along, and he goes, I wasn't this afraid in the jungles of Vietnam.
I think I'm glad I stayed home from
I
this.
know. This is a trip I'm
And the
not
car
sad I
was-
missed.
Amy, the car was in tree branches and there was huge dips inside the dirt road. and
You know what I'm
were
getting
bouncing-
visions of right
They
now?
were bouncing like little rag dolls in the back.
Yeah, Romancing the Stone. Remember the movie Romancing the Stone? When the little white car and they're driving through the jungle?
Yeah, that's what it
I'm
was
envisioning.
like. That's what it was like.
And we had
But
the better car,
What kind of car did you have?
a Fiat.
Fiat 500.
Oh, shit.
Huge.
I don't think it has a clutch anymore.
And it was big compared to the clown car that Johnny had to drive.
Come over here.
Did his
It-
nose hit
You know
the...
what? You know
It
what?
was a small car.
Can I tell you what happened to me
it like this?
when I got home?
What
I
happened?
got into my car because my car's got the
Oh, you tried to shift
and
it?
I'm going, what am I doing?
Tried to shift it. And this would have actually freaked you out because when we pulled up to the villa, there's this big iron gate and we don't like how do we get in, right? So I go to look on the WhatsApp to see if I can call the woman and there's a message to call when you get there. And so I call her and I'm like, "We're here." And then all of a sudden the gates are like,
Yeah, I
Oh,
probably
hell no. I would have been like, all right, I'll see you guys at the hotel.
Yeah.
You know, and the other thing, Amy,
That's a movie plot.
not all the doors inside the villa, not one of them was lockable at night. So we slept.
"Well, no,
with
they
open
locked.
doors. Yeah.
They locked."
Well, I wanted to...
You had to push a metal, big heavy piece of metal with a round hook on it down into a groove in the floor. I mean, this was medieval.
I want to...
No doorknobs either.
I have to switch gears here for a minute because you kind of brought up that whole idea with that scary gate and that, possibly like things were creepy, right?
Oh, yeah.
So I started to watch the movie on Netflix. This has nothing to do with Italy. Do you want me to wait?
No, I
No,
think
go
we should
ahead.
get into
Okay.
it.
I think we should transition.
So I started
come
to watch
back
the
to it.
movie on Netflix. It's a new movie. It's called Deliverance. Okay?
Sounds scary.
Like the old movie Deliverance?
No, this
Okay.
one is about for lack of a better word, an exorcism. Okay, and it is based.
It's right up my alley.
Hold on a minute, not up my alley.
Not watching that.
Based on a true
Still-
story.
I'm extra
Hold on,
not
it gets
watching
worse.
it.
Wait. Just buckle up, Buttercup. So I'm watching the movie. Rob says he'll watch it with me. Of course, he falls asleep, and now I'm watching it. And the story.
Hold on.
'cause
He needs wine.
it's a true story,
I
and the
think-
story
I
is
think you should
interesting.
see
I
right
want to
here.
know what happens with this family,
Right.
right?
You're not going to give anything away.
No, I'm not going to give anything away.
Because I'm going to watch it.
No, I'm not going to give anything
All
away.
right.
I wanna
But
watch it.
as I'm watching it, it's getting to the parts now that are very like
You're scary.
demony.
Jump scare. Yep.
And I was like, I can't. So now it's
I'm not
like,
watching anything that's
you know,
described as
of course,
demony.
with everything, and this is not giving anything away. Everything originates where in the.
Basement.
Basement.
Always in
Yes,
the
always in the
freaking
basement.
So I was doing laundry, and I woke Rob up. I go, I can't watch this movie without you. Forget, I'm done. I go, let's go to bed. And I go, by the way, I am in the middle of laundry, and I won't be going into the basement to take care of it right now. I'll do it tomorrow. So I didn't watch it. So the next day, I have a friend that I work with who is very well versed in the Bible and religion and all that stuff. Now, the thing that freaked me out about this movie, and you can see this anywhere, the part that it's true story, one of the bigger parts of it is the little boy, when he was brought to the hospital, climbed up the walls of the hospital, and people saw it, not just the mom. It wasn't just the mom saying that it happened. Like, the nurses wouldn't go back in the room. Okay? So once I hear that it's real, I'm like, I'm out. I don't want to know. So I always, whenever something like that, I always go to my friend at work and I said, I tell him about the movie. I go, the thing that's freaking me out is the whole thing with the climbing. He goes like this. He goes, yeah, it happens. I go, wait a minute. I go, I'm sorry. I go, what did you just say?
What do you mean?
He goes, yeah. He goes, it's a parlor trick that the devil uses. I go, I'm sorry.
Oh, the devil does parlor tricks?
I go, here's what I wanted from my friend who believes in God so
He
much. I
parlays.
wanted some comfort that couldn't really happen. I go, when you're telling me that it happens, like as nonchalantly as you go to Costco on the weekends.
No.
That you have a priest friend who said that, the first exorcism, I was a little freaked out. He was climbing on the wall. He goes, but then you realize They all do that, just to
No.
for effect.
Well,
Hold
Why
on, wait,
watch
I'm
this?
not done.
Oh,
Nope, I'm not done.
Just for effect.
So I go, all right. I go, well, how do you, how does this happen? I go, why do certain people
Why can't I
get
climb on the wall?
possessed by the devil, right? He goes, well, they're all around. I go, not comforting. I go, how would I get heck? He
Right.
go, well, first of all, I don't go to confession, so going to hell. But he said, for example, he goes, you like to go see mediums, which I'll never ever do again, because they are an invitation for the devil. Because you have to invite a demon into your life. They can't just take you over. You have to invite them in.
That's
How
right.
do you invite them in? Sin. Mediums are not real. And I said to him, I go, how do you say they're not real? I go, it's your loved ones from the other side. He goes, no.
No, it's the devil.
It's the devil
Parlor
enticing
tricks?
you. It's the devil
More parlor
enticing
tricks.
you.
Because the devil
giving
knows what
you-
you want to hear.
Giving you what you think you want. I go, okay. He goes, that's the door. He goes, you go there, you do those things, you believe it. That's the door. He said, yeah, they might not choose to come after you. You might not be weak enough. You might not be weak-minded enough or something. But you're opening the door.
So how'd the little kid
Wait a minute,
get,
hold on. I go,
Weak-minded.
so weak-minded. Little kid.
This is
So I go,
This is
wait.
crazy.
So I said, so okay. I go, so how come they don't possess the mediums, right?
Good. Because they need a vessel. They need
Because
someone
they're
to
like
do
the
it.
chumps. They think they have a gift, which they do to an extent have some sort of sense, right?
Whoa.
But it's not the kind of gift they think they have. He rocked my goddamn world.
my mind is blown.
I go, okay, wait, now I go, the final thing, I go, why do they do this? He goes, oh, because they want you to commit suicide so they have more people in hell. I went, all right, so I
this is
am now going to
crazy.
start going to church on Sundays or Saturdays with Otto.
And you can wear that
And
hat.
I'm going to wear this hat. And I will never, ever, ever speak to a medium ever again. I think I've kind of
Wow.
dodged that bullet. People
should
who
hope.
are gone are gone. That's it. You'll hopefully see them in heaven one day if you can get past
The devil.
and
Hey,
who is apparently everywhere.
can I
That's
counter
crazy.
that?
Yes.
There is no such thing as hell.
Okay. Now I'm liking this.
I got to
And
tell you
there
something.
is-
I
and there is
can't
no
agree
devil.
with you. I can't agree
There's
with
no
you, Otto.
hell and there's no devil.
Okay. What's your argument?
My argument?
Yes.
Don't get involved.
That we created.
You don't have
We
enough
create.
time.
We create the hell.
I think we're in
We
hell
create
right
the
now.
image.
I'm in hell.
The religion, the Bible, creates hell.
Right.
I'm not saying the Bible is a bad book. I'm just saying.
Not a bad thing.
I'm just saying there's a lot of parables in the Bible.
Well, do you think
Makes
hell
you
was
think there
created
is a
by
hell.
the Bible
But there
to
is
keep
no
people
hell.
on the straight and narrow?
First of all, you have to remember something. You are spiritual.
thought that
You
was a
were
good
created
question.
by the Almighty, and you are creating, and you are part of God.
But why did the little boy climb up the wall?
And on that note, I think we need to take a break.
He had
Wait,
sticky stuff in his hand.
we need to take a
That's
break
right. Throw
and
'em out.
hear from
Eject
our
'em.
sponsor, Marconi's Pizza and Pasta.
On that
we
note,
will be right back.
The devil hates Marconi's pizza and
No,
pasta. So
no,
you have
no,
to go
no.
there.
Yeah,
You know,
they
we
won't
want-
go there.
What?
Maybe.
Marconi's of Bay Shore is a family-owned restaurant, and our passion for food shines through in every dish. Our dedicated and friendly staff is committed to providing exceptional service. Savor our scratch-made pizzas and a diverse range of pasta dishes, both crafted with care and the freshest ingredients. Planning a special event? Let us cater your next celebration with our delicious Italian cuisine. Visit us at 73 Howells Road, Bay Shore, New York, or place your order at 6-316-65-2524.
Something fall in the kitchen, I said.
All right, hold on. We're back. And Otto decided on the break that that was a good time to share the horror story or the scary story of the haunting of the villa that we were just in. So I'm going to say quick, he went downstairs. He was thirsty in the middle of the night. All the lights were off. which was weird because we couldn't find all of the light switches to turn all of the lights off, right?
That's right.
So he goes down, he turns some lights on, you get your drink,
I got my drink.
and then you heard a what?
I walked out. I shut the lights off. I walked out of the kitchen, going towards upstairs again, and I heard bang. Something hit. Something fell on the floor. So I says, "Oh, what happened? Let me go look."
Oh,
Frying pan was in the sink. That had to be cleaned. It wasn't cleaned yet. Came out of the sink and fell on the floor. But before I turned the lights on, I saw this figure.
Oh.
in the
Bloody
kitchen.
hell.
See, now I'm going to be very honest with you. I'm a
And
little
you just went to bed?
I'm a little mad at you right now.
He's like, well, good night. Everybody
I
pack
wasn't-
up. You're like, yeah, time to go. We're done.
I'm a little mad at you.
I wasn't going to let the cat out of the bag and scare you guys to death.
I'm
He's
a little
unbearable.
mad that you didn't share that with me.
Not when you were there. I
Well,
wasn't.
I
I
love
would've
that
been in
crap.
bed like
She
this.
lived in a
I
haunted house.
lived in a
Your
haunted
hair would've
house.
turned gray.
No, it wouldn't have.
Yeah, you were one step away from a devil possession. in
Yeah,
that
you know
house.
what? You're actually too not weak-minded.
Not with
You,
me.
you, the devil, could be all over you because you're not scared of
freaks.
anything.
You're
Right.
receptive.
So the
You're
devil,
very
hey
receptive.
devil, back off, devil. You ain't getting
You're
me.
uninvited.
You ain't getting me.
How come you didn't tell me that story?
Why would I tell you? It'd be worse to tell you.
Why me?
I'm
You
afraid
already
that
hated the villa.
battery won't work.
I just don't understand how that happened to you. You
I'm
saw
afraid
a
the
figure.
battery won't work.
Yeah.
You saw a figure.
I tell that story.
He was like this.
Can you imagine?
Now, was it like a glowing?
Good night.
Was it a glowing figure?
It was a figure like a.
Are you sure it wasn't Aunt Joe?
Who's that
Aunt Joanne.
Oh, no, Aunt Joanne was snoring. As a matter of fact, the door was open. I got back upstairs. I hear her cutting wood.
That spirit was probably like, "Can you shut her up?" That's why he threw the pan on the ground.
Oh man.
So I went and picked up the pan. I turned the light
my
on.
God.
The figure just
Wow.
disappeared. I put the pan back in the sink.
The figure was with the panty and like,
That's-
God damn this place
Oh,
is a mess.
that's
crazy.
crazy. I wish you
Flies.
would have told me.
I
See,
couldn't.
now,
No way.
hold on, people. Oh, I'm off. Now, I gotta go. Flies. The devil always sends flies. Remember The Exorcist?
Oh,
The priest
shit.
with the flies.
Let me tell you
The
something.
house haunted,
There were
flies.
a lot of
The bullet.
flies.
We had
Devil.
Devil.
Possessed
we
by the
had
Yes.
serious flies. And you know what? You know what, Otto? The thing was,
Yeah.
we went other places,
No flies.
And there
No
was no
flies.
flies.
only at
Probably
the
no
villa.
figure.
Penny
Right.
was a plant from
And
the
it-
devil. Penny was
and
planted
Penny
by
was
the
the
devil.
devil.
You
Penny
know-
was the devil.
They wanted
Well-
you to bring Penny home.
I brought it up now because if I
Well-
brought it up, if I had brought it up then,
Wow.
they all would have ran, right?
They would have.
I wouldn't
She
have.
wouldn't have. She would have
I
been
would've
like,
sta- I
"Why
would've
don't
stayed
you come
with
out
you."
and talk to me?"
Right.
What's under his chair?
She would have bought a Ouija
It's
board.
under my chair.
What's under your chair?
What is it? A penny?
It's a penny.
Well, he's definitely down there. He's tossing pennies up this way. So, holy.
Oh boy, oh boy.
This isn't good.
This
This
is
reminds me.
This is crazy.
This really reminds me of when we all
You gotta
Here,
turn
scooch
kids.
over.
No, it's
You-
fine.
Joe.
It's fine.
get in here.
don't
When
need
I
to
remember
get in.
when I was younger, me and my cousins, Allison, Michael, my sister Sarah, we were all at Aunt Amy's house for a sleepover. Ooh, fun, sleep at Aunt Amy's house. We're in the playroom. We put on a movie. That movie was Paranormal Activity.
Idiots.
By the end of the movie, all four of us were on the same couch cushion. And I
remember
didn't
that.
sleep for even a second because it was jump scare after jump scare,
You
demon,
were
demon,
warned
spirit,
not
spirit.
to watch
oh,
that.
Oh, you know what was cool? When they dragged her by her feet out of her bed. That was my favorite part. That was
Really,
cool.
what would you have done if I had told you? What would you have done?
She wouldn't have
I
cared.
would have.
Thing.
You
I-
would have ran. So
No.
No,
hard.
I wouldn't
First
have.
of
wouldn't have.
all, first of all,
I would not
She
have.
runs to the light,
I
Roseanne.
would
She
not
doesn't run
have
away from the
believed
light.
Him.
She wouldn't have believed
I
him.
still don't believe him.
I
think
believe
he
you.
lies out.
Mean.
She's
I'm
so
sorry, I
mean.
don't believe him.
She lived
That's
in
it.
a
We're
haunted
breaking
house,
up.
so, and she was never
broke
afraid.
up
If
with
I
you.
lived in that
The
house, I
stuff
would
she
have
told me.
Oh,
She
I
said
would've
she
moved
saw
out.
a face
a face.
looking into
I
her
did.
room,
See,
and
I
the dog
think what
stick-
happened with
Oh.
me was when I turned the
Ah.
light on, I think the ghost was more afraid of me than I was of him.
Well, you know, we don't
It could
have.
have been a she too. I couldn't tell.
Listen, we had a couple of run-ins in your old
Yeah,
house.
Amy said, I will never babysit in your house again after she witnessed. We came home one night and I let the dog out and then I let the dog in and I never locked the sliding glass door because the dog was in and out,
Right.
right? So I said, "Come on, we'll put the girls to bed," and we go upstairs, and Amy goes, "Ah!" and she locks the door and she shuts the light.
I go, you're gonna get us killed. Someone's
And-
just gonna walk in here.
We go upstairs, we put the girls down to sleep. We come downstairs, doors unlocked, lights on. And she's like, "I'm done. I'm out."
I looked
But
at her.
she
I
was
go,
too afraid to
"You
leave the
know,"
house.
I go, "You know, I shut that because I made a big deal about it."
Yes.
And then, of course, there was the flying
I
crayon
was
from the
just
other
about
room.
to say.
A flying
I
crayon.
wasn't
Another
afraid
famous
of ghosts
story.
in her house. I was afraid of mice in her house.
Yeah, well, I had a little issue.
Well,
And didn't tell
maybe
me
the devil
about
sent
it.
them. Is
The
all I'm
devil
saying.
Did not
But the
tell
whole
me.
thing now
But
is
flies,
that
flies.
who said that
That's
about
a-
flies?
Al said about flies too.
That's kind of
Yes.
crazy.
What if
'Cause
Al?
we
Now, what
did.
about this?
Starting to believe.
What if Al is the devil
No,
and he's saying all this
Al is
shit?
the devil.
to
I don't
lure
know.
you. Of
No.
somebody she works with.
Oh,
he's definitely not.
So no, and it's funny because the fly issue was off the charts.
Significant.
When we were leaving,
I do remember
we
you
had
saying
bought.
it was really hot.
You know what
there
I
as
think
well.
the flies
We
were?
bought, but it was hot everywhere. We bought the fly
Right.
papers.
It wasn't that hot.
We bought the fly papers, and by the time we left, we only had 3 left, and they were literally covered with flies. And then you would look at the couch; it'd have like 15 flies on it, and you're just
You
waving.
were 5 minutes away from
we
a devil
kept
possession.
killing them,
Right.
killing
Well,
them,
I think the
killing
flies was a message from whoever lives there.
The
resides
devil?
there. Not the devil.
That's
The
the
spirit?
Saying, get the
Get out of our
out of my
house.
house.
What kind of idiot vacations here?
Right. And then they, of course,
Well-
they tried to mess with someone and they picked you, which was the wrong target because you didn't care at all.
That's just-
Yeah, they were
I was
probably like
gonna
Dick.
go-
He wasn't even
He would have
scared.
welcomed it. You know, he would have sat down and had coffee
I-
with
So
him.
just
And
get
I
it
would-
after
If that was me, y'all would have known about
I
it
would
real
have
quick.
joined
I would
you.
have screamed.
I would have sat
definitely
with
would've-
you.
Exactly. If I stayed a few more minutes in the kitchen, open, he'd come back and say, "What kind of coffee you like?"
He was upstairs with me.
No, he wasn't.
Yeah, it was
Oh
like
my
this. No, I'm just kidding.
So
when you
I
went
was
to
like,
Italy,
listen, can you go scare the shit out of that
when
one
you
of
went
them?
to Italy the very first time,
Yes.
and left me home alone in that big scary house,
You weren't alone.
I had Jill, which was like being
And
alone because she was
James.
never home. Anyway, one night, well, that idiot was there, and he was, I don't know where he was. I think he was outside smoking a cigarette. I don't know what he was doing. And I was in the kitchen, but no, I'm sorry, he was upstairs. I was in the kitchen by myself. It was nighttime. Jill wasn't home. And I was standing at the counter. Remember right next to the refrigerator, the little
Yes.
counter there? And I was probably making my lunch for the next day or something.
It was summertime.
And right here, Amy. And I went like this.
well,
And then I just did this.
Just froze.
Well,
I froze.
I know.
And then,
I know.
and then he came downstairs. I go, "Are you fucking with me?" I go, "Did you just talk in my ear and run away?" He's like, "What are you talking about?" I go, "Dude," I go, "Someone was like, Amy."
well, I hear
In
it
my
at
ear.
And I
night.
want you to know
At
something.
night.
That freaked me
most
out.
apparitions happen at 3:00 in the morning.
Yes.
Yeah, that's
the
why I
witching
always wake
hour.
up at 3:00 in the
Well,
morning.
Joanne, if you talk to her, she'll tell you when we were in Venice the first
And I'll
time,
tell you something else.
there was a witch in her room. She says, I'll never forget.
And she
her
never
face.
left.
Who? The
witch.
witch?
I'm just
And I gotta tell
kidding.
you something
I
else.
love you, Aunt Joanne. We're just busting on you.
But
night-
I
one night
hear
somebody
people.
pulled
I
the
hear
covers.
my name being called all the
Sure it wasn't
time.
her.
Well,
I
it's
asked
probably
them.
we're probably yelling because you don't hear us anymore.
No. I'm talking when I'm sleeping.
I know.
Not
Hold on.
sleeping. I'm laying in
You
bed
gotta say
trying
that
to
louder.
fall asleep.
Remember the bony witch?
I do remember the bony witch. Yes, I'll never forget that. When I
What
was
was it?
little, when I was little,
Well, I was cursed.
I
by
had a
them in
horrible-
the supermarket.
I had a horrible dream.
We used to supermarket with this.
I had a horrible dream about this bony witch who was coming for me. It was just like this skeleton, but with this scraggly hair and this
Bony
wi-
witch.
and she was like this. And I opened my eyes in my room, and she's in the corner, and she's coming to me, and I'm freaking out until my mother came in.
Let me explain. Let me say something. I experienced a full-on sleep paralysis the other night.
hate
And it was
I
terrifying.
hate
So I'm
that.
laying in bed.
That's all right.
This is
Wait.
what happened, right? Everyone be quiet because the show's happening. We're
Yeah, we're having a show, in
Right.
case you didn't know.
I'm
There's
trying
a
to
show
tell
going
you
on?
about my sleep paralysis.
His age.
come to his aid later when we're not in a show.
Why don't you
Forget
just
it.
One-
drag out
It's chaos,
this whole
everybody.
reprimanding thing? Go
I
ahead.
am trying to talk about my sleep paralysis. I'm in bed the other night and I'm like sleeping and I guess I like start to dream, but I'm in my room. Now I'm hearing noises downstairs, like somebody's like coming in the house. And I'm like, oh shoot, like that's not good. Then this like person, whatever, comes into my room, goes into my bathroom. I see the bathroom lights go on.
Was Carrie there?
Yes. Yes, but she was like also kind of sleeping. So
Sleeping.
I see in my room, my bathroom, the lights go on. And I'm like, I'm freaking out. Now I'm trying to like wake up, but I can't get out of it. So then I hear the toilet flush and I'm like, I'm running out of time. Like I have to get up and I can't move. I can't say anything.
The killer's almost done.
Then I
taking a shit.
hear it. Then I hear it. Literally. You know how they take a shit before they kill you? I was like, this is it. He's done with his pre-kill shit. And then I heard him. I heard him walking towards me, and then finally, I like was able to like get up, and I like wake up, and the room was dark, and I was like, it was terrible.
That's
Sure wasn't a
so
dream?
Wait,
scary.
hold on. I have
Was
one.
it a dream?
Not that long ago. It was a dream, yeah.
Yes, it was
but
a
not
dream.
that long ago. I had the same thing. My bedroom used to be the playroom, right? So in the dream, I walked from the kitchen into the my bedroom, but it was my playroom, and it was dark, right? And there were these little dots, like these little color dots everywhere, and there were dolls everywhere
Nope.
looking at me. And I remember going, and I couldn't move from the
But
spot,
when you're having
and
sleep,
I couldn't breathe.
when you're having sleep paralysis, though, are you awake?
You're in a state like between sleeping and awake. So what happens is the science behind sleep paralysis is that when you are
Please, school
sleeping,
us.
when you go to sleep, your body like shuts down like the function of like your muscles and like you don't need them while you're sleeping. So in a rare case of sleep paralysis, that process has already started. So like you can't move, but you're technically not in the like state of like REM sleep where you would be dreaming. So you're like in between, like sleeping and awake, but you can't move your body.
It's called astro traveling.
Yes,
Astro
it's not
traveling.
good. And so that's
It
what
is
happened.
good.
And something else
Never
I
was good.
forgot to mention about this right before I woke up. The killer is approaching us, by the way. In my sleep paralysis dream, Carrie decided she needed to put chapstick on me in that moment. And I was like, this is not the time. No, I know you didn't. In my sleep paralysis, you were putting chapstick on me. I'm like, but there's a killer. There's a killer about to get us both, and my lips are not that dry that we need to deal with that right now.
I wanted to bite you.
I would have been grateful because I'm really suffering from dry lips lately.
So if I
would
died-
have welcomed that. Who wants to die with dry lips?
If I died,
seriously.
my lips would have been
Very
moisturized.
moist. Oh
Wow.
my God! So this has been not the direction
Now I have to
Well,
go home and go
that
to
I
sleep.
thought that
Right.
this was going to go in.
Everyone have a good
Would,
night.
wait, would you
Is
like
that over
Lola?
yet?
No, I know. I'm saying.
No, that's all right.
No,
Do
okay.
you want to talk about the ghost of my tooth?
Oh,
Yes, you two
Yeah.
are now
yes.
sans a tooth.
The
Right.
ghost.
I am.
Toothless. Just in time for Halloween.
And I was in a lot of pain. I was in much pain on Sunday, very dire. I begged people for pain medication, and turns out when you do that, they think you're a drug addict. So I didn't get any.
Can I just interrupt you 1 second before
Sure.
you? Because when I had to have my tooth out, the doctor pulled the tooth out and said, "No pain?" And I went, "No. No pain."
I gotta be
Well,
honest,
it's
I'm
dulled by
sick
the
of you.
wine.
I went, "No."
We should drink
Yeah, and
more
was
wine.
Nancy next to him? Like, she's got great form, too.
Well, so anyway, so I went to the dentist the next day, and I
Hate you.
cried like a baby
Right.
when I walked in there. As soon as I walked in, I was like, "Make it stop!" And they were very great. And that was like at 10, and by 12 o'clock, my sister took me to Comac where they were taking my tooth out, and I walked in and I said, "You have sweet hair, right?" Because
That's a game
I'm not
changer.
a good dental person.
It's a game
I've
changer.
I've had some experiences. And she's like, "Oh, you're not going to need it." I go, "No,
yeah,
no. I'm going to need it." So he comes in, she puts the nose thing on, and here I'm floating off. I'm going very, breathing in. And I'm feeling the float.
It's a
Did
great
you ever have
feel.
sweet air?
No.
It's a great
Feeling the
feeling.
float.
Oh,
You just
my
kind of
dental
float,
nurse.
Oh
right?
yeah.
I never had
He
it.
comes in, he shoots my mouth full like 6 needles. Every one of them hurt, but because I was on the sweet air, I was like, ow. Ow. I didn't care, right? So now I'm waiting for everything to get numb, and all of a sudden, I'm going, hey, nothing coming out. I go, where'd it go?
That's probably why they thought you were an addict, by the way. They're
Well,
like,
I go,
don't give her an oxy.
I go, where's some sweet air? She goes, oh, hold on a minute. And I hear them, they're over there, and they're twisting and turning, and it's going, shh. And I'm like, we're erasing it. And then all of a sudden, she goes, well, the good news is you're going to get your $250 back that I was fully willing to pay for the sweet air. The bad news is we don't have any more.
How do you run out of air?
So now I'm like, fantastic. So my mouth is all numb. I could still feel the pain. He comes in, I go, no, I still feel it. I go, I need more. He gives me more. I felt it. He goes off, he comes back in, and I'm like, he goes, now, I go, I still feel it. He goes, really? I go, I still feel it, I'm telling you. I go, I'm not lying. And he goes, all right. That was kind of like here comes the big one. He
So he brings
me
out
in
the
the mouth.
AK-47
Literally.
needles.
And
He
within
gets
minutes,
the Italian police officer.
well, within minutes, I feel nothing now. Now I'm like numb, and I was like, we're good to go. Hit it. Right? He did it. I was a big girl, and I did it without the sweet air. And afterward, I'm walking with your mother, and I go, look, see this? I go, I can't even feel this. That's how numb I am.
She's like,
I
quick,
go, I'm
punch me in
numb.
the face.
The whole side of my face was
Meanwhile,
numb, but I was
she
so
comes out
happy.
and she's like,
I was very happy. I was like, let's go do something, because I haven't felt this good in 48 hours.
and
And
there it is. And you got a bone graft too.
I did.
but you said that did they give you something for the pain after?
No, I didn't need anything. He was digging around in there, and he goes, honestly, this was a significant infection. He goes, you must have been in a lot of pain. I was like,
Yes.
but
Yes, I
once they
was.
get it out, like gone, nothing.
I thought you said you were hurting the other night.
Yeah, before the tooth
Yeah.
came out.
All
I had
right.
the tooth out Monday.
All right.
Sunday, I was hurting.
Okay.
And
Started
then-
no
Saturday
amount
night.
of-
And then who came to your rescue with chicken soup after you had
You
your
did, Judy.
Which she was able to
Which-
put a straw right in the vacant
in
spot.
the hole?
No,
Which I
can't
ate-
use a straw.
standing at the counter like an animal out of the polio cup that she put it in,
Well,
and it wasn't even hot. I didn't even care. It was delicious.
Delicious.
thank you, my
Yes.
It was
Yes.
so good. I was like, because I hadn't eaten anything all day because I thought they were going to put me out. So I didn't have any food. I made my sister drive me. She didn't even have to. I felt so bad. I didn't even have a sweet air eye. Nothing.
Nothing.
No drugs.
No
I thought
drugs.
you had a little bit of sweet air.
Yeah, for like 5 minutes. Like when he put the needles in and then shut off.
I hate the freaking dentist. I got my wisdom teeth out,
Oh,
and they
yeah.
make
Everybody
you go.
loves to go to the dentist.
But they make you go to a consult before, and then they show you the X-ray, and then they got to cover their ass. So the guy's saying to me, he's like, "This is pretty close to the nerve." He goes, just so you know, if we pull the tooth out, maybe it is possible that you could lose feeling in the entire bottom of your jaw. I said, "What?" I was like, "Well, how likely is that?" He goes, "Well, could it happen? Yes. Will it likely happen? Probably not. But is it a possibility? Also, yes." And he was doing this question and answer with himself, and I left there very unsure about that whole procedure.
Maybe that was what the okay was. I'm going to give you
Right.
the one that could possibly numb your jaw for the rest of your life. Here you go.
Dentists have no bedside manner.
Well, no, because when I was getting my wisdom teeth out, I'm on the table. They're getting ready to knock me out because I was having all 4 done at one time,
Best way to do it.
right?
did I.
So as they're pushing the medicine into the IV, the dentist, the oral surgeon goes, "Did anybody talk to you about how you're going to pay for this?" And I was like, "What? You cheap son of a bitch."
Wow, you're going to pay for that.
I mean, could you wait till I was maybe knocked out and just go through my wallet then?
Right, just put a pen in your hand.
Yeah, and
like-
sign my life away.
Well, I have to laugh because you can't have an implant, right? I couldn't have the without the bone graft, right? But the bone graft, that's not covered by insurance. They'll pay 70% of the implant itself,
What
but
did-
they won't pay for what you need to
Yeah.
have the implant.
What did they put in the bone?
I have no idea. I couldn't see.
Oh, because I have a cadaver bone in mine,
Ew.
which they said to me there's a slight chance
cadaver
you
or
could
abracadabra?
get
Turn into a man?
AIDS.
You know,
No.
that's
What?
probably why.
I'm sorry. Hold on a minute. What did you say?
You heard me.
And you don't have it.
And
so
but you let them put that in your body?
Yeah, I had to
Listen,
at that point.
that spirit he saw at the villa was like, give me my fucking tooth back.
give me back my bones. I want my bones.
my
You
tooth.
told me.
That's why he
here
was
is
there.
two
Right.
grapes.
She's got
One
my
of them might give you AIDS. I'm not touching either one of
He's
those
probably
grapes.
telling me by dropping the pot on the floor, go
It
go
was-
upstairs to your girlfriend and tell him,
It was
give me
a-
my tooth back.
It was a slight chance. The
This is-
slightest chance.
This has taken such
So
a
is getting
turn
struck by
tonight.
lightning, but
gone off the rails.
I mean, this
Well,
is an
that's
off
what
the
makes
rails.
But that's what
It
makes
was.
it interesting
type
because we
of
never
show.
know where it's going to go.
Absolutely.
You
really-
can't stop getting in my way there. I get the camera.
Oh,
I
I'm
do.
very
I
I
do
need a little
try.
camera
Cover
time, all right?
auto.
Yeah,
I do
my
try to have a
boss,
plan,
handsome
just so
gentleman.
everybody knows.
No.
I try to have a plan, but
And we always try to derail it.
Yes,
and you're
we did it
very
tonight.
successful, very successful.
Well, you know, I feel like my public missed me. People kept
Yes, they
asking, so I
did.
had to come back.
Yeah, they thought I fired you.
Yes.
Yeah, we
can't
had
fire
to
me.
make it.
Well,
I
tonight
can't
was
be
a
fired.
thriller show.
All back.
I can't be fired.
You know, speaking of not being fired, I'm working. I got a job.
As
A personal assistant.
to your friend.
Yes. Who's paying me?
So now
Makes
you have to.
business and pleasure.
Now your friends have to pay you
To be
hang
my
out with you.
To be,
yes. No. She needed help, and you know what? I bring a certain skill set that she needs. I have excellent organizational skills.
Let me just explain to you the work day she told me about the other day. She goes, yeah, I got there. We took the dog for a walk. We had a little lunch. We went out to Marshall's.
We
and
didn't
then I
go
did
to
Then I did
Marshall's.
some filing and whatever. And
No.
Then, so
Good
there was
enough.
actually
Some papers and
So long,
some
everybody.
and that
some
was it.
minimal work.
No, I worked very hard in the morning. Then I had a lunch break because she's not a beast.
Right.
And then we worked.
My ass
She was
showing.
like, "Would you?" Hey, Otto, we're still on the air for like another 2 minutes. This
Them,
is
they're all having a
fucking shit
conference
show.
over there. They're all talking like we all get yelled at during their friggin' show.
yeah, I know. And they're
Yeah,
having a
I know.
conversation over
So
there.
anyway,
Just
I
do the plugs. It's over.
yeah.
Fuck the
What do
show's
you
over.
got, Bridget? I got a couple
I got-
coming up.
You go first.
Well, I've got nothing in September, to be honest with you.
But
But October 15th, I will be hosting a gala. You know, I told her I needed a break from her.
And I've left you alone.
You have.
trying to talk right across to me while she's talking.
Forget it. It's not
All
that
right.
important.
Anyway, you have a gala.
A gala?
Please, not that gala, but yes, put that up because
I'll be
that
at that
gala,
too.
I'll be at that November
I'll be
22nd. Buy your tickets. Support Laughter
I wanna
Saves
go to the-
Lives.
Can
You
I
can
come?
go,
Come to
of
the
course you
gala.
can.
We were talking about.
You're
the afterlife
still
and all.
talking.
You know what? I think that's probably
Okay.
good for the episode.
And thanks for tuning in, everybody. We'll be back next week. Maybe Judy will. Maybe Judy won't. We haven't really
if that's the way
decided
you
yet.
want
Possessed
it,
by the devil.
I'll just
And
gladly stay home.
Please stay tuned for Laughter Saves Lives live next.
And don't invite the devil into your
Don't
house.
invite the
Right.
devil in, and go to Marconi's Pizza and Pasta, and
2003.
she's still talking about the penny.
2000.
Good night.
Good night.